Thank you for joining. They're all big weeks for you at the moment. Melbourne still in the news. The coaching search appears, at least from the outside, to have been narrowed down to one man. Nathan Buckley, your thoughts?
Yeah, that's it's been a quieter week, which is nice. No, I'm of the understanding that we haven't even got a committee yet to pick our coach, but the media have picked our coach, which is nice. But I think there's still a fair process to go.
There's a little bit of water going.
I think that
bridge.
committee needs to meet first at some point, which I'm presuming is happening as we speak. Not like right now at 8 a.m, but at some point. And then, those coaches that have been named, I'm sure they'll all be interviewed. There's been some strong views from guys within our four walls. It's a good club to coach, and I would agree with that.
When you hear some of the names getting thrown around, do you think, oh, he'd be good, or maybe not him? Like, do you have those sort of initial thoughts when you hear some of the names?
I've been asked it a bit this week. And I find it a bit of a weird question. Sorry, I'm not bagging the question.
No.
Although you have asked some bad ones in your time.
Oh, shots fired.
When we sit together twice a week, there's bound to be some bad ones in there.
But we'll make up for it at 3:20 on a Sunday when we give each other a cuddle.
We will.
No, I just don't know how any of these guys coach. I've been coached by Goody and Paul
You
Roos.
can put a line through Bucks if you wanted to.
No,
if you
I'm
went
not
and said it's no to Bucks, that's the end of it.
And that is definitely not what I'm going to do. But I don't know how any of these guys coach. From the outside, Bucks took the team to a granny and lost by a dom sheet kick.
Yep.
John Longmire took his team to 5 grannies, whatnot. So they're good coaches, I think. But
But he's won nothing as a coach or a player. Anyway, just thought I'd bring it up. Now, what about this as an idea? So you get Bucks in as coach and then hire Mick Malthouse for a succession plan.
That's dangerous.
reverse.
It's like the reverse
That's
succession plan.
That's dangerous.
That would bring stability.
Yeah.
And
That was really rocky when Mick that
was
happened, wasn't
rocky.
it? Yeah, that was
Well,
rocky.
because they ended up playing in grand finals.
It was an interesting transition.
Yeah, it was.
can I ask,
yes.
did you see the former coach, Simon Goodwin? Did you see his interview?
I
last
saw a
night?
grab
And what do you make of that?
of that grab.
Good to see him getting his side out.
Yeah, well, I heard a bit of it when I went for dinner with him the other night. To be fair, there's not actually that much sides in this.
Yeah.
I think what you saw from Goody, he wasn't holding back. He just got told that the club needed a fresh voice, and he's actually quite supportive of that because that is something you can get behind. He's like, yeah, well, I have been here for 11 years, and our results aren't going great, so fresh voice. He's pretty strong that he thought he had a good group and was going to be able to make some inroads, but the board made their call.
We've been talking a little bit this morning about player contracts and salaries and St Kilda in the news and the Sire and all of that sort of stuff. And players being disgruntled because they've heard what other players might be getting offered. Is that real? Do players in the locker room talk about this sort of stuff?
I tell you what, if my contract was getting talked about, I would love Ross to come and defend me. That's St Kilda around a round table. How do we stop all these chat? Let's just get Ross out there.
Yeah.
He will squash all
Get
this.
angry Ross out there.
He
None
had-
of this touchy-feely, Ross.
He had me wanting to go to St Kilda by the end of that. I'm like,
Okay.
no, don't. That's not a grab. That is
That
not a grab.
Let's go to a break and digest what has just been said on this program by Maxwell Gawn.
Just sign this for me.
In other news, we couldn't help but notice you've got
Well, this in Domain, in the Age, the property section, they had a big thing on your Glen Iris home wellness retreat.
Yeah, I'm
You've got a
really the common
sauna.
man here, aren't I?
what is going on?
A bit of eye candy for the ladies. You doing a lot of Pilates in the photos.
Is my top on?
Just
Okay, so they didn't
it's
run with
the
those
lightest.
Your shorts are off, though.
A wellness centre in your own home.
I have a sauna and an ice bath in my back room.
And
yes.
a Pilates
and
setup.
and a reformer.
Your reformer?
Your reformer. We can go for all the brands if you want. As I'm getting older, one thing that I want to do in my football career, like one of my goals earlier on this year, was to sort of defy ageism. Like everyone's expecting me to sort of get injured, drop off. So something I want to do is not. I want to keep my form for as long as possible, and this is something you got to delve into. Pilates is definitely something I can delve into, but then recovery, being able to do that at home.
So
with
do you
young
do it
kids.
when you get out of bed in the morning or when
More
you come
at night.
home at night?
Once the kids go to bed, you just jump in there for a couple of hours.
We were talking about Pendlebury lasting so long and saying because you were such a professional. How much, if young footballers are listening or, new to the AFL, how much recovery makes a difference? Do you really notice if you do this all very properly?
The absolute answer is like being in the best mood. So like it's all about moods, I think. And then if you can create a really nice space in your house that you enjoy, you enjoy going in there. Obviously, the recovery stuff helps, like the heat and the ice bath. But
you notice a big difference when you go through your routine properly.
yeah, so I would do some sort of recovery every day. I either do it at my house or I'd go to a bathhouse.
Can I come? Can we do it together?
Yeah, let's do a bathhouse one.
That's,
I go to a nice little place called St. Haven. Do you want to come?
I want to come to your wellness centre.
Oh, you want to come into the actual wellness centre?
come to yours.
I'm not sure how you're around my kids.
Yeah, there is that court order.
Not within 500 metres. Big game this week. You know, if you beat, I was doing the maths, you can beat Collingwood. When's Collingwood? This week
Collingwood's
or next
next week.
Next
yeah,
week.
yeah.
Hawthorn this week.
Hawthorn this week.
Hawthorn this week, you'll get over them.
Yeah.
Then, if you can beat Collingwood, they could be. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I think we can do the
Nathan
same.
Buckley Cup.
We can do the same to Hawthorn. Hawthorn aren't really well liked outside of.
You can take them.
Yeah, so I think everyone's happy if we knock off one of these two.
Bang bang.
And Doggies would love to do
We
that. but-
almost did it to the Dogs.
Yeah, well, and then by losing to Dogs, we keep the dream alive to knock one of the other two out because Doggies, if they lost, they
That's
were done.
right.
Season shapers. The
Here
But
we
no,
go.
I'm focusing on way too much. All I need to focus on is Hawthorn on Saturday, 4:45.
Everyone's playing for their spots under a new coach yet to be named.
Well, that's one thing that you do pitch is the new coach is watching, no
Yeah.
matter what. Like
Let's
whoever
go.
is, so he's watching you play. So it's a good chance to put on a good brand of football.
Well, he'll be liking what he sees with you, mate. Good luck.